your son. Yet in Gethsemane, the weight of eternity crushed him, not with spears or stones, but with sorrow. Sorrow so deep, his sweat turned to blood. He fell on his knees, crying, "Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me." But the silence of heaven whispered the cost, and he chose you over escape, betrayed with a kiss, abandoned by his friends, spat on, punched, stripped, mocked. They blindfolded the light of the world and laughed. The hands that healed lepers were bound in rope. The lips that called Lazarus from the tomb were beaten and silenced. He was innocent, but they traded him for a murderer. The crowd cried, "Crucify him!" And he stood silent, because he wasn't dying for himself. He was dying for you. They scourged his back, not once, not 10 times, but until his skin hung like torn cloth. The whip carved rivers of blood into his flesh. Every lash was your shame, your secrets, your sin. And still he didn't fight back. They twisted thorns into a crown and crushed it into his skull. Blood ran into his eyes, but he kept walking. He carried the cross, stumbling, collapsing, until a stranger shared the burden he could barely bear. And when his eyes met his mother's, he didn't ask to be rescued. He gave her a new son. Then on Golgotha, they drove nails through his wrists, through his feet. They lifted him high between 2 thieves, and still he whispered, "Father, forgive them." Heaven looked away. The earth trembled. The sky grew black. Because for the first time in eternity, the Son was separated from the Father. My God, why have you forsaken me?" He cried those words so you would never have to. He gave his last breath, not in defeat, but in victory. It is finished. The veil tore, grace exploded, the gates of mercy flung open, and now, the blood-stained road from Gethsemane to Golgotha becomes the path back home for you. He saw your name, your pain, your sins, and still he chose the cross. This wasn't just a story, it was a ransom, a rescue, a romance. This was love, bleeding for you. Will you keep walking away from him, or will you fall to your knees and whisper, "Jesus, I believe, I surrender, I'm yours"?